Good morning! Wow, we are taking advantage of some sunshine. We got almost an inch of rain yesterday, so it's a perfect moment to move some plants. The sun maybe isn't the best at this moment. We're gonna get them tucked back into the earth real quick. Do you hear that blue jay chatting? The bird song is really increasing and we're very excited. So what on earth are we looking at? I bet some of you have guesses. Some of you definitely know. These are plants that look sort of different when they're not opened up yet. I guess that's true for almost all plants. They look totally different when they're babies. So these are actually adults, but they are just coming out of the earth for the spring, and this is wild ginger. It's gonna get that kidney bean leaf once it opens up, and there will be beautiful maroon flowers that open up. This one over here is Mayapple. That's a really cool umbrella shaped woodland plant. Steve's here with me and I don't know what's going on, but this morning there's a lot of cars going down the road. It's really loud. I'm trying to think about this for you all. So what I wanted to show you are these plants. So what are we doing with them? Well, you can see we have them in the wheelbarrow, and we were just gonna put them on this old cookie sheet, which we took out of the trash a long time ago, I think in Santa Fe. But it's really heavy, so we put them in the wheelbarrow, and we're gonna take these plants to a new planting zone because it is time to spread them. I'm gonna show you where they were, and Steve's gonna take them to the new planting zone, and then we'll go meet him in a minute. All right, Steve, make sure you don't tip it over.
All right, I got my sturdy work shoes on.
Look at his great work shoes. I get scolded all the time for wearing inappropriate safety gear. What are mine? Oh yeah, you've seen them, my glued up boots. All right, so where we dug them from is right here. I did a video just a couple weeks back on that little plant right there, that salt and pepper and salt, so sweet. And we've got some cut leaf toothwort in here now. We talked about this area, and this is a great woodland plant zone. A lot of them aren't up yet, but right out here, do you see all this gravel that's upturned? This is where the ginger came from. Just on the other side of this border. Look at that. They're still all tucked in there. And so we're gonna leave them under there. But they're so happy, and they're spreading out into this area, and our footpath is right through here. I wouldn't mind if they just keep moving this way, but we thought, what if we take this opportunity to spread this plant around? These woodland plants are so significant. They're ones that are kind of hard to get your hands on often because they're not always easy to propagate, but they're very important in the woodland setting. They're spring ephemerals. Most of them flower before anything else. Like, check this out. Oh my gosh, the bloodroot is starting to come up. And a lot of these support all kinds of different insects at a very needed time. We're having great fun thinking about woodland plants. It's something that you see that's rather depauperate in a lot of forests you go into, because once this soil layer and then the leaf litter layer gets ruined through logging activities that are too frequent or scraping to put in a house or anything, it's really hard to get it back. But you can, and that's what we're finding. There are a lot of resilient plants. This area was trash. So we've been putting these back since we've been here. We'll do another video once they're a lot bigger and more developed and more showy. So let's go see where Steve is putting all this wild ginger and mayapple that we just dug up. It's so thrilling, I can't even tell you. Now I'm over in our northern and western fence row area. We've put a lot of these spring ephemerals and woodland plants in here over time. We've really messed up sometimes. Like, check this out. This is so wet, and we tucked an iris in here now. But a long time ago, we put Trillium grandiflorum here, which is that great white trillium. They are not happy in water like that. So we keep experimenting, and that's what we encourage everybody to keep doing, is never give up. Check it out right here. These Virginia bluebells, we want these everywhere. They're pretty easy to do from seed, and so we're totally gonna just load up on seed and put them everywhere at some point. Here's a young patch just getting going. We've got leek and wild ginger, and I know there's a lot of other ones in here. We're starting to see the touch-me-nots come up. This is an interesting mixing because we also have cut plant coming up in here. There's sweet Sicily. All right, there's an emptied wheelbarrow. That means something is happening. Let's keep going. Ooh, there's a woodland mint. One of my, I should say both of our favorite plants. Here we go. This is the stream that we so often feature. It's really getting nice in here with the slowing down of the water and the restoration of the woodland herbs in this area. So Steve has already tucked in one area with wild ginger. He's putting some sticks on top. We'll probably do a good job of putting that on even more after the video. We're gonna get some significant rains, we think, this week. And we don't want all that washing right into the stream. But look how cool that's gonna be right there. Assuming they root in real easy, which I think they will, they'll help stabilize that bank. Here's the second area Steve's gonna go. It's kind of steep right there, but also nicely well drained. And we planted some woodland herbs in here before, so that's the part we're trying to remember, because I think there's a trillium right in here, and we don't want to dig into those. We just put these leek in. Look! Oh my gosh, they're very excited. And look at all this material we have around everybody. That is what Mother Nature does, so we just mimic her. That way the soil is protected, the moisture is retained. Look at that big clump of wild ginger going in there. This is gonna be so cool. Oh my gosh. And then we've got a couple more spots. So we're gonna do this one, not right here, because there's a bunch of leek, but right here, I think. It's right next to a beautiful stone bench. And let me talk for just a moment here about tools. Steve's just using a regular shovel. We tried a couple things before we did this. I had a little bitty shovel, kind of like a baby shovel. I thought, oh, that'll be really nice. And we had a hoary, and neither of those dug very well in gravel, so we nixed that. We also used a, what is that thing called, Steve? Come on.
Hoary, pitchfork.
Pitchfork. What'd you think of that?
Good. Yeah.
Okay, so that worked all right.
Good.
Okay, and this is it, everyone. So this is one of the easy ways to move some of these hardier woodland plants around, is by digging them up, dividing them. You can see we're leaving them in big clumps still, and I think that'll help the plants survive, and then we don't do too much damage, and we also save ourselves some time, and then they'll just start spreading on their own, be super happy, and that'll make us super happy, and I think it'll make these trees super happy that used to be united with all these woodland plants.